Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? I usually get round to doing a Trump, for the following month, a bit earlier than what I've done now. December has always been a key month I have felt for Donald Trump and for the US, and indeed, you just follow that chain for the rest of the world. Because we know the structures are not as strong with someone like Trump at the leader of, at the helm in the US. So what's December going to be like? The Temperance card has been showing up in all my readings on his impeachment inquiry, suggesting that there is a rebalancing going to occur, suggesting that December is going to be a vitally important month in some way for the collective as well. When I tuned into this reading, I feel a lot of us are waking up. I feel that we're opening our eyes, we're almost being able to see through the illusion, and that the same words that perhaps our leaders might have used in the past, which have fallen on deaf ears, I was just almost going to say dead ears, are not doing that. We're awake, we're coming to life, and we're understanding exactly what's going on. So I feel that there is a waking up generally this month in the collective. But for Donald Trump, all my cards readings have indicated that this month is going to be particularly significant for him. We've got a number of Supreme Court decisions being handed down, including on his tax returns. We have I think it's the deputy of John Bolton's deputy, Kupperman. His decision as to whether he needs to answer a subpoena will be handed down, I think, at the federal court level on December the 10th. Now, Bolton's lawyer has said this. He has said that that they may very well join Kupperman's suit, and that John Bolton is eager to testify before the Congress, but only if he can do so safely. So I feel he's eager to talk, and not just in his book. What happens if Kupperman has to obey the subpoena? Does that then allow John Bolton to talk? So I just feel that we've got a number of things that are occurring this month that are actually going to be game changers here. So let's get on with it. I read on Trump in the UK, in NATO. NATO leaders apparently are all very nervous about what he could do. They don't want him hijacking or blowing up this meeting in any way. They're not going to be releasing a communique after what happened when NATO met in Canada. So what you can go back to my reading to have a look at what he might do this week. But let's just have a look at him generally for each of the 4 weeks. So this week, and then week beginning the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and we'll just take a look at him on the 30th and 31st. So Spirit, I'll be drawing 5 cards for the month of December. That last card will take us a little bit into January and the new year, which isn't a bad idea given the astrological influences are seeming to roll between the end of December and January as really critical times. So let's have a look. Trump in December as we move into the new year. Trump in December. What are we likely to see? I'm just seeing that 10 of Swords card there, that downfall energy being at the lowest point. And what happens when we are at the lowest point? Something changes and we start to move forward again. What are we likely to encounter in December for Donald Trump? What are we likely to encounter in December for Donald Trump? So unfortunately, I'm getting the image of the death card. So there is endings here, but let's just have a look. So the first week, this week, we've got the Page of Cups coming forward. That, of course, can mean whistleblowers also coming forward. It could be the attention this week in the US is on the impeachment inquiry and the whistleblower in some way. I did allude to Kupperman and Bolton. What are we likely to see? What sort of information are they going to bring forward? The Page of Cups pages always indicate something new happening. And this page has something to say. All right, week beginning the 2nd, week beginning the 9th. The 9th of December, it looks like Trump is going to experience some sort of loss in some way. Is he going to lose a Supreme Court battle? That second week in December. Let's have a look at the week beginning the 16th. We've got high emotions here. We've also got new emotional starts, new contracts, new covenants. Something very emotional that could bring about a new start in that third week beginning the 16th. Let's have a look at week beginning the 23rd, the Knight of Coins. This is could be news coming forward from one of the something to do with his money perhaps, but also I feel something to do with perhaps a public servant. It could be what else Trump has been up to overseas. This is the card also, some would say, of the mercenary, the hired help, someone that goes forth, the knight, and something having to do with money. That could be anything. I'm just getting an indication there of Kushner's, the name Kushner's coming in to the frame. And then that final week beginning the 30th, that takes us into January. Wow. High Priestess, secrets coming forward, secrets, revelations, things that have been hidden in the past possibly coming forward, week beginning the 30th. So what's at the base of this deck? The Three of Coins. Really trying to repair something. This can also speak to money, and then we've got the World card as well. So endings and beginnings, but it could also be to do with foreign money. Okay, so that the deck I'm using for that is the Tarot Grand Luxe. And I'm going to now move into Tarot of the Dreams, which is another Chiro Marchetti deck. So let's just, it's getting very crowded on this table with all my decks, but that's okay. In the holiday period, I'll do some reorganisation. Okay, thank you all for your feedback, your kind comments, your donations and your support. Let's get on with clarifying. I'll bring the laptop down. We've got the Page of Cups this week beginning the 2nd of December. Then we move into week beginning the 9th. We've got some loss, the Five of Coins, some sort of loss for Donald Trump in that week. Interesting, because that's some I think the Supreme Court might even come forward. By the 16th, we've got high emotions and potentially new starts, and that just flicked out. When I was talking about week beginning the 16th, the Palace of Cups, there's going to be some sort of high emotional velocity coming forward in that week, I'm feeling. The week beginning the 23rd of December, that's Christmas week, we have the Knight of Coins, something around his money, something around who's been doing what, and I do feel it's on foreign shores, will come forth. And then week beginning the 30th, I think, is the biggie, even though it's in the holiday period, straight after Christmas. We're leading into January, and I think what are we leading into January with? We're leading into January with secrets and some kind of revelations coming forward. So December, January, I am still feeling are going to be key months. So let's look at this Page of Cups spirit. That's week beginning the 2nd of December. Whistleblower, some kind of news coming forward. I do feel with Trump over in the UK, it's still going to be a big week. There is new information, I feel, coming forward this week. Who is that? Is that another whistleblower? Or are we going to hear more? The impeachment inquiry report from Adam Schiff, I think, if it hasn't been released, is due to be released. And of course, as I said, people are waking up. So if Trump thinks that most people are switching off, from this impeachment inquiry, I don't think he's absolutely correct, because I feel people are actually taking notice. Tell me about this Page of Cups. What is this Page of Cups? Week beginning the 2nd of December. Tell me about this Page of Cups, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. This is really battle weary. So this could be Trump really losing the battle. It's a Sagittarian energy, of course. It's also the Moon card. So it's associated with the Moon here. So yeah, this could be his focus on the whistleblower, but really letting us know that he is fighting a bit of a losing battle. We've also then got the Nine of Cups, and there is some kind of I don't know whether it's madness here or it's a Piscean energy. So it's illusion and delusion. So I think what this is saying is that there's going to be, now I know that some of those senators are now parroting Russian talking points. I feel that because he's losing really in the court of public opinion, we're losing in really the truth, can't counteract the truth. There's now this focus on illusions and delusions, and we're seeing that spring up in all sorts of conspiracy theories. People are just blatantly pushing lies, and this is where I feel this madness of the king comes in. But it's generated, and I have to say, it is generated by him losing the battle. That's what I feel. And it's also a caution to you two viewers to put those barriers up. When you feel that these conspiracy theories are winning, put the boundaries up and understand that they are a smokescreen. It is because the truth, the whistleblower has already brought this truth out, and understand that, rather than think Donald Trump's winning, Donald Trump is not winning. Donald Trump is, in some ways, as I said, the unstable, mad king, and see these illusions for what they are. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. We've got a Cancerian energy here. This is relationships. His earthly relationships. So the whistleblower, it could be that we have some more news about his relationships on foreign soils. I do get a pull to Jared Kushner, I felt, later on in the month. Let's just pull another card. Okay, so an anxiety here. Okay. The real anxiety for Trump is, of course, his relationship with Putin. And he's going to be feeling that on the world stage this week as well. Let's not forget the role of the whistleblower in bringing things to a head. So I feel it's a combination of all those elements that I've just been speaking about. Now, there's a loss here in the second week of December for Donald Trump, and I want to find out what that loss is. The Five of Coins. What's this pertaining to? Of course, as I said, the Supreme Court is hearing decisions around, I think they're due second, third week, the second and third week perhaps of December. But then I feel that there's something huge happening as we move into January with a revelation of these secrets, or things that Trump is trying to hide. Let's have a look at this Five of Cups. What is that about? Sorry, Five of Coins. What is that about? That's a loss. Let's have a look. That's a loss. Tell me about this Five of Coins, Spirit. Tell me about this Five of Coins. Okay, the Knight of Swords. There's a harsh truth emerging on the 9th, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to cut through this illusion that is being perpetuated in the first week. Watch for that second week. It's a loss. And why is it a loss? Because the truth is coming forward. We have the Page of Cups. Okay, so we've got, again, some bombshell news. It could even be a whistleblower. Now, I alluded to John Bolton, and I do feel strongly that Bolton will want to testify and that he's got a humdinger of a story to tell. If he does, then Republican senators will not be able to ignore him. look at this, 2 pages of cups, one in the first week, one in the second. I feel this could even be the original whistleblower, and we've got the focus on a whistleblower in the second week as well. And we've got, here's my death card that I saw. This is absolutely endings. Watch for that second week in December, not so far away, a matter of days. Something's going to come forward. And it is a Scorpio energy. It is the transformational, moving us through this transformation and coming into something new. Critical week with that ending there. It is what I'm seeing. I can't underestimate the importance of this. This is a huge loss for Donald Trump. There is some harsh truth coming forward. It will be brought forward by some sort of whistleblower, somebody who's going to deliver bombshell information. It is going to mean the ending in some way for Donald Trump. And we've got the Hierophant. This could be a Supreme Court or a court decision, because the Hierophant is associated, it's a Taurian energy, but it's also associated with courts and with Congress. I feel this is a court decision in the second week. Now, it might not necessarily be the Supreme Court. It could be a ruling on Kupperman. It could be Bolton coming forward in some way. Huge week. Watch for the second week of December. There's a loss there for Trump. All right, let's have a look at this Ace of Cups. What this is a new beginning. So really, okay, let's just stop here for a minute. We have in the second week a truth coming out, a harsh truth coming out, bombshell truth, and we have the Death card. Week beginning the 9th. Week beginning the 16th, what do we have? We have the beginning of something, okay? So what is that new beginning? New beginning, it's an emotional time. Let's have a look at that Ace of Cups. Let's have a look. Tell me about that Ace of Cups, Spirit. Tell me about that Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, the start of something new, high emotions. Could be high emotions as a result of what comes forward on the week beginning the 9th. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. New covenants, new contracts. New contracts, we're waking up, new beginnings. Third week in December. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got the 10 of Cups. Okay, so it's the American voter. This is mum, dad, and the kids in the suburbs. Now, I want to welcome to this site a wholehearted welcome to my right-thinking Republican viewers that have joined this site because they want to see the end of lawlessness. They want to see the end of the Trump presidency. You are welcome here. This is where this is what we're dedicated to. We're dedicated to restoring law and value and respect in politics and waking up. We're dedicated to waking up. So this is what we have here. So yeah, this is new starts, but this is also in the best interests of American voters, and I think of voters all around the world, because I keep saying this isn't just your situation that you've got going there. It's a situation that affects the world, and we need not look too far other than NATO, the NATO meetings this week, to understand how damaging Trump has been for world order. The world, particularly in the Middle East, is the world is not the same. The structures aren't the same. Those structures that held aren't the same as what they were 3 years ago prior to Trump taking control. We've got the King of Coins, which is Trump the businessman. So that's interesting. And we've got the Ace of Cups, 2 Aces of Cups, huge new beginnings here, high emotions. What we have here is a new beginning. We've got 2 Aces of Cups turning up here. So it's you can underscore that. You can underline it. There is a new beginning occurring. We have the 10 of Cups, unconditional love, new loving energy coming forward. This, again, as I said, is my card for the American voters. We have the King of Pentacles here, my card for Trump the businessman, and we again have the Ace of Cups again. So there is a new beginning there, and we have the Page of Wands. There's going to be some sort of communication coming forward in that week as well, which will point to a new beginning occurring. So, you know, in some way, what occurs in December, as I've always said, is extremely important as we go through and get to that January card where we're likely to hear the revelations of the secrets. Now, Knight of Coins, week beginning the 23rd of December, you know, again, that can be a mercenary, can be, you know, Trump's friends, allies deployed in various places across the world. They're not the traditional public servants. They have been gathered from the realms of business, particularly those donors to Donald Trump. You know, I get the impression this was a free-for-all kind of thing. So, you know, there is this likely news to come forward, something connected with money. Now, I can see him losing a battle here in this week, bringing forward high emotions here and potentially some kind of communication as well. And then we focus on the money, the Knight of Coins. Now, the Knight of Coins is an earth energy, and it's sort of slow moving. So this isn't the ultimate revelation to end all revelations. It is the start of something that brings us into January and this High Priestess energy. Secrets coming forward, news, information coming forward. Let's have a look at this Knight of Coins. What's this to do with? I did hear the word Kushner. Kushner and Ivanka, what are they up to? You know, where do their loyalties lie, as we see so clearly a winding down of this presidency in every way that would tell us that 2020 would be an uphill battle for Trump to regain office. So what's this? But if you have motivated voter turnout. Let's have a look at this Knight of Coins. Who is this Knight of Coins? What's this situation? Week beginning the 23rd of December, Knight of Coins. Tell me about this, Spirit. Okay, we've got the Three of Wands. Okay, this is the expansion and trade. This is Ukraine. We're going to get some more information on Ukraine, and it's going to also, in some way, be around Trump's links, this shadow foreign policy, but it could even go back to what he might have been doing prior to the presidency. There are some commercial links, some sort of information that's going to come forward around commercial links. We have the Eight of Swords here, so there is a restriction coming forward. And we've got the Palace of Swords. Wow. Okay, so this is information I feel that's going to be coming forward to do with, I feel this is something to do with money and foreign shores, and could involve some of Trump's allies and friends that have been doing his bidding. Is this Rudy Giuliani? My thoughts go to as well, but I did think of Kushner when I drew that card. One more there, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is someone connected with Donald Trump, putting forward a proposal on foreign soil to do with their own self-interests, or Trump's own self-interest here. There's information coming out, and it's got a real sting in the tail. So whoever this is, whether it be Giuliani, Kushner, Trump himself, this information is coming forward in the week beginning the 23rd. Now, I'm very interested in this week beginning the 30th as we move into the month of January. Let's just have a look at what that might be. I'll just put away these cards here, and and just gather these up so we've got some space, because this moves into January, the High Priestess, and I'll deal with I'll put these cards back and we'll look at it with the entirety of this deck, because this is around secrets, more revelations, things that were even I'm getting a draw to the smoke screen in this particular card. There has been a fairly strong barrier, strong illusion to trying to hide this truth. However, this is also light coming in from above. With this, we saw the appearance of the Hierophant. There is going to be light going to be shed on the matters at hand, and it's going to be the revelations that we have been waiting for. So let's have a look at the High Priestess, networks, collaborations. It's the number 2 in the Arcana, Major Arcana. Before we start to get to the Magician, we could hear about some plans that have been in the mix that may not have come to fruition yet. Let's have a look at this High Priestess. Something being stopped before it was started, but in the planning stage there. The High Priestess, tell me about this High Priestess spirit. Week beginning the 30th of December, moving into January. Revelations, things that were hidden coming forward. Tell me about this High Priestess. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Coins. Okay, so it will be something to do with money. You know, and I'm getting a real pull, obviously, to his tax returns. By that stage, there would have been, obviously, media would have been doing forensic accounting. Perhaps the Congress has done that as well. This is also really detailed information coming forward. I'm feeling what has been hidden will now be revealed. It's the thing that he's been trying to avoid. He's been juggling again with this Virgo and energy, juggling, trying to keep things secret. And this involves the ocean. You can see it looks like a world behind this person. This is foreign money, foreign influences, foreign expansion as well. Let's have a look at the 3rd card. We've got the Emperor, okay, the dictator, Donald Trump in as the president. That's Donald Trump as the president card. This is to do with wheeling and dealing on foreign shores. It does involve the presidency as well. And we have the 6 of Cups, loans and debts, and this is a Scorpio energy. This is the sting in the tail for Donald Trump. This is the money, the money trail, I guess. Let's have one more card. Okay, Justice, right. Okay, that's coming into January. We're getting a lot. The scales of justice are balancing. Wow, base of the deck. Of course, we've got our friend, the Star of Hope, moving in real time. This is an Aquarian energy coming into play as we move into January. We've got Empress, my card for Mother Russia, but it's also an abundance here. And being able to, and I want to say this for the collective, the Empress card has been coming up a lot. Yes, in a political sense, it is my message to signify Russia. But it's also the rebirthing of something new. Now, in December, we saw those two aces of cups coming forward. This Empress energy is bringing forward this new starts. And how have they been manifested? How have they been manifested? A long time ago, when you focused on hope that this would end, this serious situation that upended your country and came all the way into my country as well. Trump is a symptom of what was occurring there in politics, where it was okay to lie, where people switched off from the lies. The lies, I read a quote the other day, the lies are not so much the scary, frightening thing, it's that people are switching off and really don't care about the lies. That is the really frightening thing. But enough of you did, and enough of you brought forward this hope. So, in some way, the situation with Mother Russia, Vladimir Putin, because Putin is not all of Russia. Putin is not all of Russia, and he has been a dictator and a controller for a long time. There is rebirthing happening and newness coming forward. I think that could also eventually catch up with Putin as well in his own country. And we have the Palace of Wands. This is fire energy. This is newness coming forward. This is coming forward with passion, with inspiration and drive. And we've got the Seven of Swords. Why am I surprised that that has turned up? That is theft and betrayal. What is this passion to do with? What is this passion? It's to do with shutting down this kind of energy. What are we shutting it down with? We're shutting it down with the Ace of Swords. It's a big truth. It's a big truth. And someone is leaving with this Eight of Cups, moving away, cutting their losses. Something is no longer working and they're leaving. So that's what's happening in real time at the base of the deck. But right now, the most important card as we finish the week of December and we move into January, there is justice occurring. This justice card, Libra, the energy of Libra, the scales of justice, the rebalancing, coming forward with that temperance card in December, moving into the scales of justice in January. What has been taken away will be given back. And when it comes back, it's going to be a whole lot better than before. So the question is, what have we to learn from this as a collective? That's the question I will leave you to ponder. Thank you for tuning in, viewers. I was going to say voters. Thank you for tuning in. It's lovely, always lovely experience to read for you and to bring forward these channeled messages through the tarot cards. It is my happy place. It is something that I absolutely thoroughly enjoy, even when I've got other things going on. It always brings me back to center. So thank you again. And let's see what the month of December brings. Until then.